All right, let's get back at this 1966 CB160. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Keep On Wrenching shop. We're gonna keep tearing parts off of this 1966 CB160. We got just a bunch of random stuff to do today. Let's start going back to front on this thing. Let's start out with this rear tail light assembly. And this should be pretty straightforward, a couple 10 millimeters. I'm unsure if the nuts down below are welded into the fender or not, and I can tell right away that they're not, so you're gonna need to get a wrench underneath this fender to hold that nut. And the Honda engineers gave us just enough room there between the tire to be able to get a wrench underneath here. It'd probably be easier to do with the wheel off, but I'm not to that point yet. Kind of want to keep this thing up for now. All right, we got the first one off. Just note there is a little washer on there. And really the only thing holding this on are these two little short little bolts. This thing should fall off here momentarily. Want to make sure I try to catch it before it falls and breaks this nice original lens. That would be heartbreaking. And just like that, one tail light is removed. Now I do want to tear this headlight down because I need to get this metal part off. That's going to get sandblasted and repainted. Doesn't look like it's mounted through the back, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my JIS screwdriver and let's get this lens out of here. Should be just 2 screws here and this thing should pop right off. These are 2 very long bolts. Kind of specialized, but now hopefully lens will pop right off. Good, there's going to be a gasket in here. See if we can carefully remove this. This would be awesome to save. We can rehydrate it. I just broke it. Yeah, it was kind of pinched and broke there. Oh well, that's easy to replace. Lens overall looks great. Then it looks like we've got just 2 more GISs inside here to remove the light from the bracket. Question is, how easy are these going to be to get out of here? Nice little snap. Probably hasn't moved since the bike got put together back in the mid-60s. Let's go ahead and take off this other one. Come on, can we get lucky twice? We did. That one needed a little bit extra effort. And with those 2 screws removed, it looks like we've got just a little bit of a pancake here. Here's the light element right here. Look at that. We got some sort of little spider nest or something going on there. And then here's a little piece that we can polish up. Love these little details. Made in Japan. Stanley D-2R. This will shine up. This will look like new. And this can go into my pile for sandblasting. And don't forget, bag and tag those parts. Next, let's work on getting this rear fender removed. There's 4 connectors for this. This one, a 19 millimeter. And then if you follow that 19 down, there's going to be another one. It's a 10 millimeter. Right under here, kind of tucked under there, right there, 10 mil. There's going to be a set of these on each side, a 10 on each side, then a 19 on each side. Getting that PB blaster, getting that in here early, helps break this loose pretty easily, man. That came apart really, really nice. Then we can come back over to this one, and this came off easy peasy, man. This might be a little bit longer winded, I'm thinking, but coming out easy. That's great to see. There. Oh, little snubby guy. Look at that. And as you pull out this last little bolt, whole thing drops right down. All that's left to do is grab it, lift her up, slide her back. And there we go. We got ourselves our rear fender out of here. This is going to get sandblasted too. How's the underside look? Not bad. Look at that. Don't forget to bag and tag those parts. Now I think we can finally get rid of this mystery wire that is, weirdly, it's grounded to the chain guard. Let's go ahead and pull this off of here. Not sure what that would have been for. Do you got an idea? Let me know in the comments. But it ain't stuck. And while we're here, we might as well investigate this chain guard. Looks like we got 1 bolt here. There's a locking washer on there, but the locking washer is in the wrong location. And then right over here, we got one in the back as well. I'm guessing that there is going to be one hidden underneath there. That's going to be a little tricky to get at, but we'll see. Let's get this one out of here. This one has just a washer on it, but I'm betting there's one more. Yep, there's going to be one more tucked in back here somewhere. Let's go find it. And after a little investigating, there it is. Hiding out right there. 10 millimeter with an extension. Will probably do the trick. Going to be tough to give you a shot of this one, but it's just tucked in there, and it's actually, there's nothing in the way. Pretty easy. This is way easier than the ones on the 350s, man. This bolt on the 350s, don't get me started. So this one, again, is just a little short guy, but again, the locker's on the bottom. Is that how that's supposed to be? I thought the locker went on the top. Honda, what you doing? Chain guard should be free now. Just pull that out. Boom, that goes in the box, getting sandblasted. And just like everything else, we're gonna bag and tag. All right, we made some solid progress. We got that tail light out, we got the rear fender out, and we got that chain guard out. So slowly but surely, we're gonna work our way from the back to the front on the CB160. Part 2, we're gonna dive into removing the exhaust, removing the front pegs, removing the rear pegs, and just keep chipping away at this thing. The main goal is to get all of the parts off this bike that need to be sandblasted. That's really the biggest thing. Let's get all the parts isolated, let's get everything sandblasted, and then we can start the restoration process. And to me, that's the best part. I hope you enjoy the video. If so, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, go get that free sticker. That Keep On Wrenching sticker is free to you. Just go to keeponwrenching.com. Fill out the form, and I'll get one out to you in the mail. And go find us on Facebook, the Keep On Wrenching community group on Facebook, filled with a bunch of great wrenchers. Please join us over there. All right, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video or live stream.